Hey, it's your boy, Sergeant Hook Down Henshins. So we are on episode 22 already of Avataro Sentai DonBrothers. Another fantastic episode. See you next time, Sergeant Henshins. Bye. It's just been consistently great. It's weird to say this because there is even episodes of Zenkaiger where I was like, nah, on some of them. All of these have been just awesome bangers, honestly. I honestly feel weird sometimes giving like an episode score on something because like they're all great in their own ways. Like if something doesn't have like a great monster of the week, the like personal team stories are great. And if the team story is kind of meh and the monster of the week is great, then I'm fine with it. You know what I mean? Like there's always something to appreciate in every episode. But so this episode is kind of got a multi-focus situation going on. The main thing is Haruka. So last episode we know she was kind of kidnapped sort of by Senosa, who wanted her to make more manga for him. He loves her manga and he wants her to make more. And so she's been trying these different ideas, and we get this montage of her going through these different manga ideas for him. And one is pretty much a majority of the team as like students at the school, and she's a transfer student, and somehow they're all transfer students, and they all have a thing for her eventually, and just all these different little twist and turn lovey-dovey things, and he hates it. And she has a lot of different like ideas that come up that he just completely despises, and she's like, huh, and like it's totally like thinks she's in a slump, like a creative slump. And so we also start off with a good conversation with the team talking about with Jiro, like, you really did literally attack us as this other person. They go, oh, I don't remember. Like, well, still, you still attacked us, and we don't know if it's, like, good for you to be on the team as a result. And Taro actually comes out in his defense and is like, actually, I think it's a good thing. Like, what? He's like, it's a challenge. We never, keep us on guard, and we never know what's coming. It'll keep us sharp and keep us, ready. And Shinichi's like, you're always like this. Oh my god. It's just like disappointed that Taro's not more like worried about like split personality ass fucking Jiro. And later he Taro leaves and Jiro follows him out. And they're talking and he mentions something to Jiro about like, we're both of the Don family, aren't we? I'm Don Momotaro, you're Don, Dragoku. He's like, so like I have to, be able to support you and blah, blah, blah. And Jiro's like, wait, does that mean we're brothers? And Taro's like, no. So I don't know if that really means they're not related or if he's just like, just stop, this is awkward. But we'll get something on that more, I'm hoping, because I thought when it showed Jiro's backstory that it did a similar, peach pit thing, peach capsule in the water and he came out and blah, blah, blah. So I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong on that, and I'm just conflating that with like Taro's story. Guess that could be related. I would like a reason as to why he gets to be a Dawn whatever, and the others are just DonBrothers and don't have Dawn in their actual like Ranger designation. But we'll see. I mean, it's anyway. So basically, fuck you. But yeah. So we get back with Haruka, and she basically realizes she wants to like bridge the gap between humanity and the Naoto, that she thinks she can use her talent to teach them about emotions and maybe kind of bridge the gap so they're not so aggressive and wanting to like, take out people that have, desires and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so the Tochoki of the Week is really interesting. It's really nice because they can use Taro's delivery man job as like a way to like introduce the character. So he's delivering to this guy, and he's like a explorer or just some guy who's like accomplished all these different things. And he said that he's really bored, and that, he's like, well, when you collect things like this or you get all these accomplishments, I mean, once you get most of what you get, you're bored because, I mean, there's nothing else left to get. And it almost like, to me, was like a little hit at like people that collect Toku stuff. Like, not really, but to me, I took it that way. I'm like, yeah, sometimes it's like you collect a good amount of stuff from a show and you're like, I have it now, but like part of the excitement was getting it. And now that I have it and I had it for a little bit, oh no. Like I'm still going to keep my stuff. Sometimes I sell certain things, but it just kind of felt like that. But anyway, so Taro tells him, he's like, well, tell me something amusing. He's like, what do you mean? He's like, tell me something amusing. I'm bored. And he's like, well, if you're bored, then maybe you're just kind of a boring person. I love how direct Taro is about things. Same thing with like how Goku is in Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Super and Z and whatever. How he just like straight speaks his mind without thinking of anything. Same thing with Taro. He's just like, well, maybe you're just kind of boring, loser. And that kind of pissed the guy off. His butler comes in, he asks him the same thing and he doesn't have anything to say. And it makes him angry and he becomes the Hitotsuki of the Week based off Mega Ranger. There's even the 335 that comes up when he transforms. And he has like a little helmet that like you can see through, and it's got like the visor thing where you can see like a little CG bright image of a thing. I think it's like a vacuum, pretty sure. And so his whole shtick is going to these different people throughout town, attacking people and asking them to tell him something amusing. If they fail, he absorbs them or something. And so it's a pretty cool Tokyo of the Week to do a Mega Ranger, riff. I think that's pretty cool. And Haruko's facial expressions are just my favorite thing. She keeps like reacting so crazy to like everything that Senosa. That Senosa keeps saying to her. She even finds out his name. His name's Senosa because she doesn't want him to know that he's Oni's sister. She's just trying to get to know him a little bit. She even draws in Senoni as a character for a new idea, and he hates it also. And there's this whole thing where she finds her plagiarist. She tells him like, I'm in a slump. There's a guy who plagiarized my ideas and told me and made it out to be that I'm the plagiarist. Let's get him in here. Maybe you can have a competition, whatever. He does that. They find the guy. He's in like a goofy, like furry, like bear suit thing. It's really weird at like some book signing, manga signing, and they bring him to that place where they're at, and they have like a competition who can make the best manga, and yes, they're doing that, and then she gets brought in again to help against the Hitotsuyoki, and when she does, it's funny. She's at this like business office place, and Senosa is there. Comes in there and transforms and is like attacking her. And she's like, no, help! Oh my gosh! And she's there like, wait, why are you here? Like, oh, you're finally here. That's what Taro says. Like, you're finally here. And you've been slacking off. She goes, no, not really. I've just been. And he doesn't really believe her, and she doesn't really get time to explain or anything, which is kind of funny. She's getting her ass beat, kind of team a little bit too. They get to this beach and they're fighting him, and then hey, they Avataro change into 5-man. Pre-order today the Blu-ray from Shout Factory. Really, do that. Honestly, do that. They're finally doing Sentai releases again. First one they're going with is 5-man. Please do it. Please support it. Oh my god, so we can get Sentai and Rider in the West, please. Anyway, so shoutfactory.com, Amazon, lots of places. Anyway, so they're fighting. They're doing their thing. Jiro tries to help, and they basically tell him just don't transform. Like, just stop. Just get the fuck out of here, dude. And he's like really upset about it, but he still transforms. And then Senoi comes in wanting to fight Momotaro for some reason, and Jiro's like, no, fight me, and they fight. And the Mega Ranger monster uses like an actual surfboard as like his galaxy glider, like from like in space, Power Rangers in space. And instantly Taro like dodges around it. He comes at him again. He just slices it in half. Then they become the Robotaro forms. They, beat his ass as that with their attack and everything, and then become the Mecha and fight. And while that's happening, Jiro tries to show that he fights Senoi and he Avataro changes into Kyoryu Gold, and does this Ender Thunder thing with all the attacks and the effects and everything, which is super cool. And they're fighting, doing their thing, and he beats Senoi. Really, Senoi just leaves because he doesn't want to fight him. He wanted to fight, Taro, and they defeat the monster. He's like, "Look, guys, I did," and they're gone. He's like, "Oh," he's like, "If only I had a Robotaro form." So clearly, next episode he's getting that. Another fun thing, one idea that Haruka tries to draw at one point is her and Senoni, as I guess Senoni's like a dance instructor and she's a dancer, and their dancing energy makes them transform or something. It's just a way to get Senoni and her dancing for some reason, whatever, fan servicey goofiness. And he hits the idea as well. So she gets back to the place where the manga was getting made at and everything with her rival and Senosa, and they're gone. And she sees that he liked the other guy's idea better and blah blah blah. And so she vows to try to outdo that guy. And I kind of like this. She's shifted from being so full of herself to instead wanting to surpass him and do it the right way. You know what? The way I can show, that he's, garbage and he's actually a plagiarist and then I'm better. I'm going to outdo him. I like that. He also does something where I guess he makes beef stroganoff ramen or rice or something like that, and does it the exact same way she does. So I wonder if there's gonna be more to this where he's spying on her or something like that, or he's gonna be a character later. I don't know. Yeah, overall, really entertaining episode. I really liked it. I love the Haruko focus episodes. Any of the character focus episodes are really good. I like her dynamic with Senosa. I like that we're finally pairing him with somebody on the team. Because you got Senoni with Inu brother and Senoi with Momotaro. Pretty much the one who doesn't have one is Kiji brother, and Shinichi, pretty much, Saru brother. But really entertaining episode. I love the Avatar change into 5-man. I think that was probably coincidental, being at the same time around the time of the 5-man release coming soon. Yeah, overall really funny. The jokes landed. The story was pretty good. Character interactions were great. So next episode is showing Jiro can split into his Torobolt and Drogoku forms separately. Don't know if it's like an element of the episode, like the Monster of the Week does it, or if it's something he can do. He's also going to use Robotaro forms. Um, so that's good. And the whole point of the next episode is somehow Natsumi slash whatever her name, whatever she's like, one girl for Ina brother and different for Kichi brother. Ina brother can't untransform for some reason. He can't get out of his transformation, and so he's just in the Ina brother suit, and she's like carrying him around and treating him like a little dog and stuff like that. And it shows him in the one little jail cell and like the cyberspace thing, which is weird. But anyway, so that's part of the episode is him like interacting with her that way and being like that form in front of her. And I don't know if he transforms in front of her or she just sees him and then she has to like keep him safe or whatever. He just stays with her. But also it shows because we know that she's a beast person has infected her or whatever. So the crane beast person that's mostly in control of her is facing off against the detective one. So it's really interesting to me that they're like not exactly allies because you don't see that with the brain persons. You don't see that with Senoi, Senosa, and Senoni like fighting each other at all. So it's interesting the beast persons are not allied with each other at all. It looks like so that'll be a really interesting dynamic to kind of play with. But yeah, and of course Don Drogoku slash Torobolt getting their Robotaro forms next week and his mecha debut as well. So that'll be really cool. So like I said, overall episode I probably give it probably a straight 9 out of 10, only because I wish that Jiro had a bit more to do than being the butt of the joke of the episode. Although it was funny as hell, I wanted him to have a bit more in it, but I get that it was like a Haruka-focused episode, so it was mostly okay. And I gotta give extra creativity points to the Totsuoki being Mega Ranger, which are students, and them using 5-man to fight him, where the 5-man group were all teachers. So I think that was kind of an interesting parallel there. But let me know in the comments, what did you guys think of this week's episode? Did you love it, hate it, in the middle? What do you guys think of Haruka's character arc so far and where she's going now? What do you guys think about Jiro and Taro? Are they related? Are they not? Is it just the random designation, ranger, designation he got? Or is he actually related somehow to Taro? Let me know what you guys think. I really like to hear you guys' comments and everything. We just passed 300 subscribers. We're at 302 or something like that, which is absolute insanity to me. I really do thank you guys so much for watching my content, commenting, sharing, liking, all of that good stuff. Thank you guys so much for all of the love and support. And even with like the little bit fewer views that I get on the Marvel and Star Wars videos, I'm still happy to put those out and kind of market to other people that may be outside of the Toku sphere, if you will. I probably will do a video at some point, maybe with the press conference or something like that, talking about Geets. I really like his design. They just had a box art reveal for Bufa as well, and I really like him so far. So far design wise and how the driver works and everything, loving it. And in that show, I wouldn't be mad if it was a final rider. If it was a rider as the final villain, because it would make sense. It's a battle royale with riders, so it's fine. But anyway. Until next time, stay hooked on Henshins. I'll talk to you later. Bye.